Shedeur Sanders will be QB1 by Week 8. The Cleveland Browns look likely to make a significant change to the starting lineup this week, and multiple players will benefit to one degree or another if that happens. In question is the job of QB1, which currently belongs to veteran Joe Flacco. However, head coach Kevin Stefanski changed his tune significantly on the position group when he spoke with reporters Monday, September 29th. Until now, Stefanski has been quick to say Flacco is the starter and has remained adamant about that decision. Such was not how he addressed the 40-year-old status in the team's most recent press conference. Scott Petrick of Brown Zone asked Stefanski directly if the team planned to keep Flacco in a starting role when it travels to London to play the Minnesota Vikings next weekend. "I understand the question, Scott," Stefanski said. "We have to play better as an offense. We have to coach better on offense. It's not about one person. There are so many things that we need to do better, and obviously quarterback included. But this is not about one person." The immediate follow-up question involved a request for clarification on whether that meant Cleveland will go with Flacco on Sunday. "Yeah, my focus is on making sure this offense plays better," Stefanski responded. Stefanski's unwillingness to confirm Flacco as the starter is a strong indicator that he may not be QB1 6 days from now. And if Cleveland benches the veteran, it is almost certain that rookie Dillon Gabriel will get the nod. However, that also puts fellow rookie signal caller Shedeur Sanders one injury or a couple of bad performances away from the NFL shot for which he has recently clamored. Shedeur Sanders made clear he's ready to start in NFL now. Sanders made waves earlier this week with comments he uttered during a locker room interview about his readiness to start, and how he believes he stacks up to others who already have that opportunity. "I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that," Sanders said. Sanders also broached the topic of whether Cleveland should be playing him already. "I don't think playing or not playing is in my hands," Sanders replied. "Based on the situation, if things happen, if things pan out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'll be ready to play. I'm ready to play right now." Browns insider says Shedeur Sanders likely to play during rookie season. Some conspiracy theories surfaced online suggesting that perhaps Sanders was trying to push his way out of Cleveland ahead of the trade deadline. An appearance by Sanders' father, Deion Sanders, on the New Heights podcast hosted by Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce also added fuel to the rumors that maybe the Browns' rookie QB was searching for an exit to a destination more willing to start him now. How in the world can somebody fault Shedeur for saying or thinking, "Why in the world would I go back up Lamar Jackson for 10 more years?" Deion Sanders said of reports that his son told the Baltimore Ravens not to draft him, despite interest on day 3. Like, who comes in with that mindset? However, Cleveland has made no indication that Sanders is, or will be, on the trade block at any point in 2025. And Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com reported Monday that her sources indicate the 5th-round pick is likely going to play this year. When the Browns hand the reins to Gabriel, Sanders may or may not be the backup depending on the timing, but he's also likely to see some action this season, Cabot wrote. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam has said the club absolutely wants to see the 2 rookies play this season to help determine their strategy for the 2026 draft. The Browns have 2 first-round picks in the QB-rich draft. Thus, Stefanski's reaction on Monday to questions about Flacco and the educated speculation that Gabriel is about to become the starter that subsequently followed represents a massive step for Sanders with regards to his prospects of getting on the field for the first time as a member of the NFL. Vikings cut ace for towering former Cowboys draft pick with local ties. The Minnesota Vikings have shuffled their roster ahead of their Week 5 international tilt against the Cleveland Browns, adding offensive lineman Matt Waletzko. However, it cost them a versatile veteran player they hold in high regard. Navigating several injuries along their offensive line, the Vikings have tabbed the former Dallas Cowboys draft pick, Waletzko. He is a Cold Spring, Minnesota native. He joins the Vikings practice squad, forcing a veteran's exit. Vikings add former Cowboys draft pick Matt Waletzko. Getty Matt Waletzko, number 79 of the Dallas Cowboys pass protects against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Weletsko joins a Vikings squad that is dealing with injury concerns at center with Ryan Kelly, which may be long-term, left guard, and right tackle. The latter is most pertinent to the team's latest move. Weletsko was the number 155 overall pick by the Cowboys in 2022. The hashtag Vikings have signed T. Matt Weletsko to the practice squad and released Wr. Tim Jones from the practice squad. The Vikings announced in a post on X on September 30th. Vikings starting right tackle Brian O'Neill is sidelined with a sprained MCL. The MRI has confirmed that hashtag Vikings RT Brian O'Neill sprained his MCL on Sunday, taking him off the field. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported on X on September 30th. He's week to week, but no surgery is required. Weletsko is towering, listed at 6'8" and 305 pounds. He has played in 11 regular season games across his 3 years in the NFL. He has yet to start a game. As a member of the practice squad, Weletsko is merely a depth addition to the Vikings roster. Tim Jones getting yo-yoed by Vikings. Getty J.J. McCarthy number 9 and Tim Jones number 14 of the Minnesota Vikings react while playing against the Chicago Bears. Weletsko pushed Jones off the roster, marking less than 1 week since the Vikings' last transaction involving the former Jacksonville Jaguars undrafted free agent. Jones, a special teams ace, signed with the Vikings in March, but was sent to the practice squad at the end of the preseason. He was elevated to the active roster earlier in September. The Vikings cut Jones on September 23rd, and then added him back to the practice squad the next day. The 27-year-old playmaker saw action in 2 games for the Vikings this regular season. His release is a blow to their special teams units, where he logged 25 of his 31 snaps this season, per Pro Football Reference. With a receiver room that features Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Adam Thielen, Jalen Nailor, rookie third-round pick Ty Felton, and 2025 undrafted free agent Miles Price, Jones was a luxury on the Vikings roster. Vikings facing uncertainty on offense. Getty Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell looks on against the Chicago Bears. The injuries to Kelly, O'Neill, and LG Donovan Jackson are just the start of the issues for the Vikings and head coach Kevin O'Connell, and why Weletsko is with the franchise. They are also without 2024 6th-round selection and offensive tackle Walter Rouse. Then there are their questions at quarterback, where Carson Wentz has been efficient, but the Vikings followed an impressive debut for the veteran with a difficult loss. Wentz's performances as QB1 could significantly impact how the Vikings handle J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy is sidelined with an ankle injury, but he is expected to run the Vikings scout team this week in London ahead of facing the Browns. The Vikings were moved enough by O'Neill's injury to add Weletsko. Perhaps they will take even more precautions with McCarthy amid their plight. After the Browns, the Vikings go on bye. That could allow their injured players to get healthy. Their Week 7 matchup is against the reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.